Hi there guys, and welcome back to Naturally Rawsome. I'm Eva, and today I want to share with you why I gained weight while using the medical medium tools, protocols, however you call it. There is not really a protocol, but of course the tools and things that you can incorporate into your daily diet. So as I've been raw vegan for years now, I always ate raw. And when the book came out, Cleanse to Heal, in 2020, I started doing the advanced 369 multiple times, I think, 2 to 3 times. And I also started to incorporate more bananas by the end of 2020. And usually you gotta know that as I'm very small and not super active at the moment, I only need about 1,000 calories per day. I'm unlike everyone else. I don't need a lot of calories, also because my liver is not super clean and healthy and has always been sluggish and stagnant. So that's why I don't need a lot of calories. And doing the 369 requires a lot of food, depending on how you do it, but just juicing 32 ounces of celery juice, twice a day, I think it already adds up to 300 to 400 calories already. So there's not much left for other foods to incorporate, especially if you also snack on apples and then add in bananas, which have a lot of calories, and the other stuff. So I was so focused on doing the protocols that I totally disregarded my body's needs and was so focused on doing everything perfect that I didn't really listen to my body. And in the beginning I felt fine, but then after a while I noticed that I got bloated a lot, and especially in the afternoon I wasn't always up for drinking another 32-ounce mug of celery juice. I drank it anyway, but that's why I probably felt so bloated, because I really overate and overfed myself to a point, that it was just too much, especially also for the liver. If you eat too much, it's not just a burden for the body, but also for the liver, especially for the liver, because it's cleansing out all of the stuff and has to process it. And I also had an emotional struggling situation from my work, my job position, where I switched positions, or let's say I had to do something else. Instead of the office work, I went into the assembly, and I was exposed to a lot of plastic fumes and toxins every day from morning till, from 9 to 5, you can say. So that added up as well to my already sluggish liver. I had to be, breathing in those plastic fumes every day, and that added up as well. And I also, due to the assembly work that I didn't feel really like working out afterwards, because I already felt tired when I came home, and I didn't really had the energy, and I didn't really want to start moving and do things or go out for a walk. I just wanted to stay home and relax after my work. So that part fell away as well. So I had a lack of movement, much more calories coming in. If you eat more calories than you need and you don't move, then what happens? Weight goes up. And the toxins on top also kind of added up to everything. So even though I was eating and am eating super clean, it doesn't make up for everything else that comes into life. And the emotional struggling situation, or the emotional struggle, also really revved up my symptoms again. As I had rosacea in the past, I really noticed that in June back 2020, I noticed that I had some styes off and on, just really tiny ones, not the big ones as I used to have, where my eyelids were swollen and red. It's just a small one that you can only see if you look inside and you feel it sometimes. And yeah, by the end of 2020, I also noticed some itchy skin and pimples coming back, especially on my nose and also chin sometimes. So I added in more antivirals as I noticed that I got more viral. And if you get more viral, your liver is also kind of burdened, and it's kind of affecting the liver even more. So yeah, so you can say that what added up to my weight gain was being exposed to more toxins, being more viral due to the emotional situation, then eating more than my body needs, don't listening to my body's real needs, stopping to work out or being active, not really having the time and energy to go into nature all the time, especially during winter time. And yeah, those are the 4 most things that I was challenged with and that caused me to gain weight. And I am still working on getting that back down. I'm now back in the office, so I'm not exposed to the toxins day in and day out anymore. Only on Fridays. So it has gone down a little. And I also, once the weather got better, I started going for a walk after work, and at the weekend I started working out again. And yeah, reduced my calories. I went back from eating multiple bananas to going back to what I used to eat. I usually ate more papayas, which are lower in calories than bananas. So yeah, I do my smoothies with papayas, and I also started to incorporate more greens to alkalize my body, and brought in the antivirals to bring down the viral flare and bacterial flare, because yeah, strep is also playing into it as well with the styes and digestive issues. And yeah, that's also why I switched from doing pretty much the 3-6-9 living every day to going back to eating green smoothies for breakfast, lunch, and for dinner having a salad. And in between, I have my celery juice in the morning, I think about 24 to 28 ounces. And then in the afternoon, I switch to cucumber juice to flush out the viruses and bacteria instead of the celery juice. And yeah, the celery juice is also a little bit higher in calories than cucumber juice. That's why I also switched. And because I noticed that I got bloated after drinking big amounts of celery juice. So we'll see how it goes, and I'll keep you updated. And maybe this helps you to understand your situation a little bit better too. And know that if you already have a sluggish, stagnant liver to begin with, and maybe you didn't notice it in the past, but you have already been on that trajectory. And then once everything else comes up, it's just too much, and then the weight gain starts to happen. Or maybe you have had a stressful life and your adrenals were revving up, and the liver had to sponge up the toxic adrenaline. Then it's getting sluggish and overburdened and can't perform its job anymore, and that's why you can end up with weight gain. So if you're doing a lot of coffee, matcha, other adrenalizing foods, chocolate and things, and have a stressful life, and maybe you work out to a point where it's too much, or you don't eat enough calories before you start working out, like you're working out on an empty stomach. That's not beneficial because you're running on adrenaline instead of glucose. Always get in some glucose before you start working out. And yeah, maybe those tips help you to get a better understanding of why weight gain happens and what's behind weight gain. It's usually a sluggish liver or eating too many fats and proteins, which in my case doesn't count in because I eat fat-free and the only protein I eat is greens. So yeah, but that can add in as well. And yeah, hopefully my tips help you too. And I see you guys in another video soon. And until then, remember, keep it light and simple. And as always, naturally, Rawsome. Bye.